This is going to be a very quick tour today because it's already almost 9 o'clock and we haven't gone for a walk yet. It's May 25th, Sunday. Just spent a whole day gardening, almost whole day, and just wanted to go around and show what's been done. I honestly don't even remember what's been done since last week. The dining room table is still, or the patio table is still not out, just because I'm moving so many bags and everything around, and I just don't want it in a way. So once I'm finished planting all of these bags, I'm going to put away the greenhouse and bring the patio table in. And yeah, that's probably gonna be next weekend. So not a whole lot left in here now. I repotted the 2 mangoes and I have my avocado tree here, and then just some random things that I just didn't get around to planting out yet. I'm trying to make them survive. Hopefully in the next couple of days this is all gonna be done because they are struggling. Yeah, so just finished watering. There's a lot of seeding that needs to happen. I started on the other side. We're gonna come around there. But yeah, just doing a quick look around. Here's my lilac in full bloom. I think it's coming out kind of purplish on the video, but it's more sort of lilac lavender color more than anything. Yeah, so the beets, they kind of always get squashed, and I don't have much experience growing beets. I don't know if like things are okay here or not, so oops, had the camera moved over. So we'll see how things go this year. Last year I didn't have any luck whatsoever with beets. These beets are doing good. I saw some birds going at them early in the morning, so I put a net over it, but now they once Silo and Chucky came out to the garden a few times, I think that scared them off, so they're not coming back. I planted some more flowers here. I'm not gonna go over everything, I don't have that much time, but basically a lot of my stuff from seed and a lot of the stuff that I just bought, I just randomly kind of planted all together. But I think once it all grows in, it's gonna have like a nice effect. I really like the canna lily, the petunia, and the sweet potato vine combination, similar to what I had last year, just different colors. I wanted to repeat it because I really enjoyed it. Here's a little preview of my 4 o'clocks. I never grew them before, but I planted them here for now, and my ranunculus as well. Geraniums are doing wonderful. Not sure what this is called. It's kind of like a petunia or something. I'm not sure. And then there's zinnias planted from seed that were kind of struggling in a little pot, but hopefully they'll bounce back. Well, I'm sure they will. Zinnias are pretty hardy when it comes to that. So I'm still debating whether I actually like that orange on the Gerbera lily over there. Yeah, I think I just need to kind of get used to it. So yeah, a lot of stuff's been planted. So mainly the cucumbers are out, and I already had 2 casualties. So there's like 6 plants over here, and they're all surviving. I had 4 here, and 2 of them immediately flopped, and I think it's because birds got to them. So one is completely squashed under some chop and drop from my comfrey. This one looks like it's trying to survive. I'm not sure. If it doesn't, that's fine. I have many different seedlings of stuff, and I can put something in there, so that's all right. These sweet peas here are going to be moved by the gate on the side of the house. For now, I'm just letting them grow up a little bit more and enjoy the sunshine because it's a little shadier spot over there. And at least I have 2 tomatoes already planted, so yay. I know I have things planted a little bit tight. I just feel like I'm gonna run out of space and run out of pots, so I just kind of doubled and tripled on everything, thinking that, so like I have a tomato here and I have a pepper, and same here as an example. When they grow too big and I have a little bit more time because I'm not planting everything all at the same time, then I'll just like maybe transplant things here and there. But for now, they just need to share their accommodations. Another example here, a whole bunch of eggplants. So yeah, and like 2 big peppers each. I know they look sad, but I think they will bounce back. And then they're mingling together with little baby peppers. So yeah, and the zucchinis are happy and more peppers in the back. I split up this daylily over here and I put it to the front because I had one per spot. So if I go to the front, I'm gonna show that nothing really is happening here. We do have a lot of baby grapes, so that's exciting. Can't wait to have grapes once again. I'm leaving some empty spots in the garden because I'll just plant stuff from seed or whatever else. Like as an example, I have these 4 zinnias here, but they're so small, and I know that Silo and Chucky sometimes like to go and pee in that corner. So I'm gonna let these grow a little bit more, and maybe I'll plant them in there a little bit later. We got a new rain barrel. I put a little pot of stuff. That is one sorry corner. So the clematis needs to grow in, and over there, that's all Silo and Chucky just going crazy in that corner. There's 2 little bushes, and they've been so nice over the couple years, and now they're just kind of browning. I should have like a little picket fence or something, because they also like, just because they go use the bathroom right there against my 3 cedars. Some of the lower branches I had to chop off, unfortunately. That's what happens when you have dogs, and I just have to deal with it. So in our next property, perhaps I'm gonna have a designated doggy area, or like do something like what I did here with the rocks, so that to give it a little bit of a barrier, so that when I go to the bathroom, they don't really hit the tree, they just hit the rocks. So a little metal fence is here because I just finally overseeded all of this grass, and it just finished watering. So that's what it looks like. This is the before. And give it 2 weeks, and let's see how we end up. This spot I'm leaving here for the next probably couple weeks or 3 weeks or so, but eventually it's going to go in that corner beside the shed. And the whole purpose of that being there is to block Chucky from jumping in on that side. So that's why I have like these peas here, and them being in full sun right now. Hopefully they'll grow fast and climb this trellis. And I have some phlox, and I think I planted some zinnias in the back, just threw some seeds in there. So that's gonna fill up, hopefully really nice, and it's gonna create a beautiful natural barrier, so that Chucky doesn't feel like he can just jump through it. And the greenhouse is gonna get put in the back there as well, so hopefully that will be the end of it, of Chucky jumping and going in there, because he likes to get Silo all riled up, and then makes him chase, and then he goes and runs there, and Silo doesn't want to chase in, so that's like Chucky's safe spot. Anyway, the hostas, I just saw that they're starting to poke the 2 hostas that I have planted underneath the both sides of the shed, and I planted some pink petunias and vinca vines in the 2, I don't know what to call it, window boxes, although there's no windows. I'm not sure if this is new. I think I had the pansies, maybe I didn't have the geraniums, so that's what that looks like. And I put a little petunia. I never had any like growing anything in those little 3 birds, because there's no drainage. I should probably just put a hole on the bottom at some point, but yeah, it's always like the what's the term, afterthought. Yeah, it's always an afterthought whenever I plant anything in there. So yeah, I have 3 sunflowers here. Use my hydrangea cuttings, a bunch of mess that needs to be sorted out. I planted a whole lot of marigolds. So my 2 little pots of like a bunch of marigold seedlings, I planted them all over here. So this is, I think when this all grows in, it's going to look magical, because I have, oh, and I transplanted these 2 dills that were growing as volunteers in a corner of my flower bed. So I just moved them over here and hopefully they survive. Anyway, there's gonna be all kinds of herbs and marigolds, and yeah, hopefully it's going to fill in and look really nice in no time. And then I moved the 3 bags that are a little bit more cool weather loving, so like the peas and the radishes and the kale and the spinach. I already see some of these little spinaches, they're bolting, so that's it for the spinach. Not a whole lot of luck this year with that, and also some birds have been kind of nipping at it, but it is what it is. I try it once again, and one of these days I'll have lots of spinach. Everything got watered here. The grass looks terrible. Here's the little fence too, and once I'm done with fencing of that area, I'll move on to overseeding this, but I need to leave some of this for the dogs to have enough room to run around, so it is what it is. My 3 bags of not 3, 9 bags of garlics, still same situation. I have no clue. There's only 1 garlic sticking out. I have no idea if this garlic is growing or not. If not, I'll have lots of room to put new things in, and if it is, I'll be very happy, because that's 90 garlics I have planted here. So it's really hard for me to come to terms with the fact that I only have 1 garlic out of 90 grow. So hopefully that's not the case and they're just being lazy and slow. And some sunflower volunteers in between that I dug up from the herb bed. They were just growing there all over the place, so I just put them in their pots and let them grow. Yeah, so I'm just gonna come around, show all this. Oh, I got a little begonia. I always like to have 1 begonia in this area. Still a few areas that need to get planted. This what's it called, peony, is funny, kind of like growing. I'm not sure what's happening. I think maybe it was doing better when this lilac wasn't as big, and now that this lilac is getting bigger, it's just more shadier here. Like as an example, that's what last year it was huge. If I look at the videos, it was a big peony, and now it's struggling, and that one is also small, but that one is a new one, so I kind of like understood that it's not gonna be very big. Anyway, at least I have 1 big one, and this just makes me understand that they do want full sun and don't plant them anywhere else. So I'll just quickly go. There's more dill volunteers and the mint, and it doesn't look like much on a camera, but there's like a lot of seedlings here of all kinds of stuff, so hopefully it all grows in. Here's my cosmos and lavatera and zinnias and the sunflower once again, and creeping Jenny as well. And I think I put some seeds in there today. No, I did. I had some extra marigolds, so I put 1 in each, or maybe 2 in the big one, I'm not sure. Yeah, so the hanging pots are growing nice. I also put some marigolds here today, just because I still had like a few left over. And I pinned the raspberry that's coming through from the neighbor's backyard, because I want to keep it. I'm very happy to see that the little baby hosta is growing, because every year I was losing it to just like the soil, I think, being too compact, and like it just dries out under the tree. But I kept on watering it last fall and this spring, and it's coming up, so that's great. What else? I did see some plums. There. There's baby plums. I think we'll have quite a few this year. And then also, here's red currant. Oh, and what I noticed today is actually because we chopped this thornless blackberry, we thought it wasn't gonna survive, like it all looked dead, but here, it's got a little leaf. So with what I know of berries, how fast they grow, especially like raspberries, blackberries, so hopefully this thing is gonna grow quite big this year. We'll see. Here's my peony. Do I see any buds? I see. There's buds. Okay, I was waiting for that because this is supposed to be a very nice, I think like a peachy coral color. So this is very exciting because there were 2 years that it didn't come up at all. And now it's coming up. Okay, I gotta make this quick. Here's a view from here. I love the pops of red from geraniums. You can never have enough geraniums. All right. And here's pink one. Nasturtiums doing fine. More nasturtiums here. They're so cute. I have a hosta somewhere in here that's not coming up, but this one is always taking a long time to come up, while these two are doing really good. And here's another nasturtium hanging pot. And this hosta also takes a little bit longer, but it is finally coming up. So okay, so I just realized that this one is variegated, and that one that's not coming up is also variegated, and these two are slower because this one gets lots of light. It shouldn't take so much more time than like these two, but these two are coming up, maybe because they're closer to the house, I don't know. Anyway, geranium nasturtiums. And this, I never planted this just came and overtook. There was an evergreen here, you can't even tell, but that's okay because it wasn't doing so well. Okay, so another geranium. I'm gonna quickly come around here because I don't think I did it last week. Here's a look at my hydrangea, which was a cutting last year, and this is how big it is. It's bigger than the actual parent hydrangeas, which are just trying to leaf out because it's such a colder and darker spot here facing north, my front of my house. Here's my baby looking. He's waiting to go. We gotta make this quick. Yeah, I planted the salvia last year, and I think it was like a pink color, if I'm not mistaken, different color than what I have over here. So very exciting to see that grow. Impatiens this year in this box, and this is growing nice. Okay, very quickly. Oh, so here's what I did when I split that daylily from the back, and I put it here because this was an empty spot so far. That's a new hosta, and that's a hosta planted last year. Is doing well, growing out, all good. These cones, I keep picking them. It's been quite windy. Okay, and here's what we got. So my love wood buncher ant traps, because this is always a problem here. Actually, there aren't any in here, but this is a problem child of a pot. Ants for the past like several years, and nothing wants to come back after winter. We'll see if this helps. So I've got some what's it called, silver something, the name escapes me, but I have it in both pots together with Shasta daisy and spirea here, which is a new plant for me. And decided to do that because it's a vibrant pop of color that's not a flower, keeping it a little bit more formal. We'll see how things go. We'll see how that looks. So I'm kind of regretting not doing geraniums and doing these sun patients. They're just, I don't know. I guess I just don't know how to take care of them, perhaps, because ever since like 2 or 3 days after I bought them, they just look like they hate the spot, or they hate me, or I don't know what's happening. I don't know what to do. Maybe I just need to water them more, because I did dry them out a little bit the first few days because I thought it was raining. So they're doing good, and it turns out that because of the garage here, they didn't really get a whole lot of water. So anyway, let me just like this. We'll see how they do throughout the summer, whether this was a mistake or not. So far it's a fail, unfortunately. Okay, the side here is doing really good, growing nice and bushy, all the daylilies. And where's all my, oh, it seems like the daylilies are like eating up the irises. You almost can't tell, but I know these irises are here. And that's just, and they smell so nice, so hopefully we're gonna have some blooms soon. And this is all empty. This is where like leftover plants and tomatoes and whatnot is gonna go. I just chopped this comfrey here, and I was showing in the back all the chop and drop that I did in the bags. And here's my lily of the valley. Actually, not mine, my love's, because he's the one that planted it with Ronnie. And these smell so divine, and they have spread, and they are doing really well. Every year they seem to double in size, so really nice. And that's that. Oh, and here's the clematis finally bouncing back after being chopped all the way to the ground. So yeah, and that's that. Until next week.